Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to the 11th hour. So, 45 minutes and we couldn't figure out a single puzzle. We did find this tonic water, which looks like a memory. It doesn't seem like we're going to have an inventory, or if we do have an inventory, it's going to be things down like that. So, we're going to be looking for puzzles. We're going to give them the old college try, and if they don't work, they don't work. So here we have two skulls and we have green and red. This feels like this would be fairly easy to change. Okay. How about we do... Seems like you get to pick. Well then, let's do... Come on, which one can I click on? Wow, the mouse does not want to really cooperate much here. Okay. Let's see what this one does. Yeah.
Close, but no cigar.
So you have to do it in a certain number of moves, apparently. And it seems to me like the one on the right of whichever one you pick gets put to the right of the other one. Which should mean doing something like that and something like that. Won't work. The mouse cursor really doesn't seem like it wants to be where I am. I guess you can't click on the one that has nothing on the right.
You're just guessing.
I also turned down the audio all the way down to 2%. So there's basically no lower that you can take it. Alright. So if I take a green here, and then if I take these, that's the second click. And then if I take this green, and then I can take, that would be the third click, this red.
Play it again, Carl.
Interesting. That doesn't give you quite enough steps, because in one more step I would have been able to figure that out. Yeah, this doesn't seem like I have enough steps here. Because it's gonna say you didn't do it in enough steps here.
And if at first you don't succeed...
I don't really like it. I don't know how you say that any differently. I really don't like the insult after every individualized failure, considering that's really what this game is just gonna be. Is you will just have a clear situation where you're going to fail multiple times before you get anywhere.
That's not it, Carl.
Yeah, you get like 4 choices. It's probably not an inside thing. It's probably something like that. And maybe then you just take it back. See, we're getting fairly close.
You don't succeed.
But also not a lot of game here. And while I would call this kind of a wannabe Myst clone type game, I would say, unlike Myst, there's probably less just toys to play with. Maybe that's for the better. You certainly could make the argument that Myst made a mistake. Myst 1, the original version of Myst, made a mistake by having you play with items that literally had nothing to do with the actual parts of the game that would matter. We'll try this. I don't think this is going to work because do this. Yeah. If I had one more move, this would work.
That's not it.
Is it you're failing because you have one book left alone? Or is it you're failing because you have only 3 moves or 4 moves? Let's see, that was the first move. That's the second move. That's the third move. And can I do anything here that would not leave a book alone? That's the fourth move. That leaves the book alone.
Now you're just guessing.
Of course I'm just guessing, though. There's not been a hint. Well, there has been a hint.
Reporter baffled by logic. Film at 11.
We were supposed to be looking for
Luck next time, sport.
a coat. And I guess there's kind of a question as far as what we're actually doing here. We're trying to find our producer lady who apparently lost her arm. And there's no real problem with can't do anything with the phone. But weirdly there is a phone when there feels like there shouldn't be a phone. Feels like we might fall in time. Didn't mean to go that way. We just have like a lot of doors that don't want to open, which might be a good idea, frankly. Like in the Seventh Guest, the world was a little big, and it got a little bit bigger. We tried our best on that puzzle. I'm trying to figure out if I can go upstairs though. There we go. Took its sweet time, but you can definitely feel how this is a game that would have improved with some hints. We can see toys everywhere, which we really hadn't seen before. Oddly, our cursor says we can't go this way. Or this way. Nothing creepy down that hallway yet. I know walking down this hallway a lot, we would sometimes see a ghost or see something creepy. Feels like we're going to have to be magically teleported into a different version of this house or into a completely different area. I suppose there is a slight thought here that we might just be able to walk right to the, I think it was like a magic mirror. We've got light bulbs and something over here to look at. So it wants us to get 162. It seems like that'd be fairly easy with if you have enough clicks. Let's see, because that would be 175. That's 25 cents. Now it changed. Okay. Does it want me to balance this or does it want me to get it down to 0? Let's go ahead and just see how many we can press. Can we unpress any of these? Now, this is absolutely the wrong way in which this would work. You do not press every button on one of his old cash registers. You don't. You just jam the machine. Hmm. Yeah, it seems like this might be either you're supposed to press every single button or you're supposed to somehow balance this, because that's way too easy of a puzzle to just click everything down. Okay. So I'm gonna go with the top row, removing it, which probably won't work because there's like 2 25s on the bottom row and only 1 25 at the top row. And it would be funny if the puzzle had nothing to do with the numbers and it really was just putting in a pattern. Let's see. Gonna take out a 25, that puts us at 71. We're gonna take down a 10, that puts us at 81 and 81. yeah, without even doing math, I solved that puzzle.
What's the matter, Carl? Can't function without your cue cards?
Yeah, but that wasn't clearly the solution. Here we have a broken TV. Again, it didn't feel like the seventh guest house would have had like much, even electricity, I don't think, and that would have been like the way to the attic. I think we can't go that way. Well, we really don't have a lot of options, do we? Really not doing great. I have a whole bunch of doors that it says we can't go to. We have 3 puzzles I don't have a clue how to solve. Potentially a 4th puzzle in this case.
Come on. Get rolling. Lost your thinking cap.
So there's probably a solution there at some point. Yeah, what is going on here? Let's come up here. Rolling rock bottle cap. That doesn't make any sense. So yeah, first floor is a foyer and a library. If I was to hit this, we can see the second floor is Brian Dutton's room is open. We can see third floor and beyond on the map already. Help. Rolling rock bottle cap. I don't think this game is supposed to be particularly too much of a pixel hunt. Like, if it is supposed to be that, then something's not working, right? Right click. Doesn't seem like it does anything. It's not like there's another puzzle. Rolling rock bottle cap. Doesn't seem like it would make sense. We can't click on the one that's far to the right. So that's probably a mistake immediately. That's probably the worst mistake you could make. What would be ridiculous here is... Okay, so I just left one stranded and the game didn't end there. It would be fairly ridiculous if it turned out that the solution is not to get the green books on one side and the red books on another side. But see, this is your last move, isn't it?
That's not it.
So what we have to do is probably something along this line. We need to just establish that the red book is either going to be here or here and not any further. And then I don't know if this matters much, but I think it would give us slightly more options to move this one. Hmm. Hmm. See, yeah, again, if we had one more move.
Ooh, close, but no cigar.
Okay. Let's start with this. And then let's move this the other direction. And then let's move this. Like, that would be the solution. Okay, I got it. Look at that. I'm not a complete idiot, just a partial idiot.
Curse you!
But what does that do? This is the problem. Like,
That's a real corker. Isn't it?
so we solved the puzzle. And maybe there's something new here. Now.
Maybe you should just pack it in. What's the matter, Carl? Can't function without your cue cards. Sure. And I've got this bridge you might like to buy.
So yeah, seems like you can now look up here, but you can't interact with those. Interesting. So there's a new thing to look at.
Ready to snarl, Carl?
Here we've got a lamp. Apparently we can look at.
Ha! As if it would be that easy.
So I guess now we're trying to
You're dead wrong.
get that light bulb, I guess. Seems like we've got some more books.
Let me know when you have a clue.
These are just copies of the Seventh Guest, actually. Interesting. I don't know if I really want to make a reference like that.
You're a tad slow there, Carl.
Tad was the name of the kid.
I can see why you make a good anchor with all that dead weight between your ears.
So it just seems like there's a lot of things you can just click on to get insulted, and that's about it.
Think, Carl.
Hmm.
Think.
We really don't need this much.
It's hard to tell you apart from a zombie. You're going so slow.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really appreciate it. I don't appreciate the game insulting me every time I click on something just because I'm being thorough.
I took a picture of your brain, but it's not developed yet.
So did we have to solve like one puzzle first, or?
I'm getting bored now. Go away.
Yeah, it just seems like there's a lot of stuff to click on, and unless we're gonna have something that tells us we need to click on those things, they're kind of pointless.
Fell for that one, didn't you?
Yeah, this feels like an unfinished game. At the moment, that's kind of what I'm taking from this, as a feeling of being unfinished. Let's see if maybe the map now. Well, the library is filled in, and maybe that is a hint that we just have to solve all of these puzzles. Which means that's going to be annoying, because that does imply to me I'm going to have to solve that horse puzzle. I might just opt to look up the answer there. Notice how the flashlight moves quite a bit. It'd be nice if there was an indicator that as to why certain doors are openable and usable. Yeah, smash TV. I can't read a specific thing. I can't pick up this light bulb or do anything else. Feels silly. Okay. 162 doesn't get to 666. 66 plus 66 would be, you'd still have another number. Like, let's see, if I was to try to just kind of quickly get to 60, you're still pretty far off. So there you go, I got a 666. I don't see a way that you probably would do that any other way. So if you just don't know what the number is,
You just can't make it add up.
let's see if we can get a
Keep trying,
hint.
Carl. You're getting closer.
Help.
Divide the keys into two halves of the same shape.
Okay. How I was supposed to figure that out, I have no idea. Like, you're not even getting taunting that says like bounce, you must bounce the books, or you must find balance or something like that. Okay. I have a 10, a 5, 1, 25, 25. That won't work. So you're fairly certain that these 25s aren't going to be included. There's no 5 on top of 5. There's a 5 on top of a 25. There's a 1 on top of a 10. There's a 1 on top of a 5. There's a like no pattern here. 10, 10, 10, 11 is 31. 5, 10, 10, 1, 5, 5, 1, 10. See if we did this. This is gonna be slow animation too, so. So I don't know why you'd particularly want to have an animation section like this. 1. So I'm paying no attention to the numbers and just trying to make a pattern here. So yeah, I've made a pattern here. Does that get us any closer? That's 35 over here and 21 over here. If I get rid of this one, let's see. See, like I don't know what we're trying to do here. Because I matched the numbers, and if I had matched the numbers, then they would have been the same shape. Unless you're supposed to make kind of like a 1, then a 9, then a 9, then a 1. Which might be doable. 8, 1, 8, 1. So is there a way we can switch that around? No. It would have to be a number under this amount. Unless there's something I'm trying to remove. See, I don't even know if I'm supposed to be balancing this shape or this shape. Zero. There's 162 combined between the two of them. So 80 and 80 isn't gonna work. We're gonna have to go lower. Could we get down to well, no, because there's no way to do this, right? Because it's just gonna keep going up unless we get it over 100. Which, let's give it another 10 and see if maybe we get a bit of a balance there. A 5 would have a 6 at the beginning and the beginning. But if I go to 10 more, maybe 5 more, 7, 1, 9, 1. But if we take out 5, 6, 6, 9, 6. If we add a 5, no, we'd have to add another 5. Six 1 1 0 1. Hmm. Five 1 1 1 1. I've got 4 of them matched. Hmm. Hmm. 3 6 1 2 6. I don't know if I could balance that out. I probably could. 3 1 1 3 1. Which still doesn't balance it out. Zero 6 1 5. So could we get it? Could we end on a 6? Zero 1 1 6 1. See, at this point you'd have to start backing off. And you'd have to decide something along that line. Could I get 50 removed? I mean, you could. Yeah. Yeah, I think we're in kind of a weird position here where, let's see, 8. I mean, 8 6 7 6. So if I could give back 9, maybe. 9 1 7 1. We give back 10. 101 6 1. We give back like 25. One 1 1 5 1. One 2 1 4 1. Seems like I should probably only take things out in increments of 10. 1 3 1 3 1. Well, that would be the solution, wouldn't it? If it was supposed to just be saying red backwards as forwards, then 1 3 1 3 1 is the same. So clearly that's not the solution. So then it becomes a question about why can I not just have a square press down on one side if I'm just supposed to match the shape of the buttons that are pressed down. See, that 0 seemed a little reddish, but I guess they all do. It's just a hue of red. So yeah, why is that not the solution? I mean, are we seriously supposed to try and balance this? Like, I bet the one probably is an indicator of things you can't do. Or if you are going to do them, you would have to be fairly careful about it. Like 5, 5, 10, 1. 5, 10, 1. And I just don't think you touch these two. Any of these in the middle. So I don't think that would work. And yeah, the whole system doesn't seem to really make sense. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do.
You're not much of a calculator, are you?
I'm gonna go ahead and save. Sure. We'll pick save slot 3. And we can type a name on it even if we want.
Keep trying, Carl. You're getting closer. Divide the keys into 2 halves of the same shape.
Yeah. I don't know what they really mean by that. So we've given it the college try. We're 2 basically 40-minute episodes into this game. I've managed to solve 1 puzzle and then just be horribly decimated by the other puzzle with the knights, the knight pieces and the chess pieces, and this puzzle with the cash register. It seems like until you solve those puzzles, you can't get any further in the game. And while that is, from what I vaguely recall, the way the Seventh Guest worked, I feel like the Seventh Guest in particular had at least 3 or 4 puzzles that you could do. Well, this would be 3 that you could do. It feels like the Seventh Guest probably had 4 or 5 or 6 puzzles you could do originally. And definitely, even if it wasn't the case, it certainly is obvious that it should have been the case. One of the beauties of a game like Myst, it was you were on this island and there was probably half a dozen puzzles on the island to get to other islands that probably at that point had 2 or 3 more puzzles. So depending on your level of success, you had 18 different routes and potential places where you could divide your attention, walk away from a puzzle, think about it, come back later. Here, it's just going to be Frustration Alley. An alley I just named myself, I guess. You're just going to have to bang your head over and over against this. And that's not reasonable for somebody to do. Not in modern time. People were much more forgiving of this when they had spent what would have been the equivalent of $2,000 or $3,000 on a computer, and they only had maybe 2 games, and they had to justify something to do with that computer. There was a lot of that in early personal computer purchasing and sales, of just people with too much money and not enough sense buying computers and then working very hard. And then eventually we got some shareware that helped you have a few other games or demos of games. But yeah, you were definitely not playing hundreds upon hundreds of games, or the thousands upon the thousands of games you could play on Steam nowadays. Anyways, that's going to be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want a friend to follow me on any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. And if you want to support me further, there's a link to Patreon, or you can friend me on Steam and gift me a game off my wishlist. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.